Hey folks, how we doing today? It is time for another edition of the rounds. We are bringing you the freshest and tastiest in all that brews. This of course means that my name is Glenn and you are now part of the Brewed There Drank That family. So today I've got a completely blind tasting for us. It's increasingly becoming something I enjoy more. I think it really helps me give you guys an honest opinion. Now that's not to say that I shouldn't taste a second bottle or two and know what it tastes like, but I think first impressions account for a lot. I think you guys can tell when I really enjoy something or not. Today we're going to swing down to Florida, and instead of starting off with just the base model, I thought we'd start off at the high end and see if it's even worth traveling back down the mountain. So what we've got here is OBP Squared, or Orange Blossom Pilsner Squared. Now, the trick with OBP Squared is that they used literally half the water required, which took this from something of a 5.5% alcohol by volume beer to an 11% alcohol by volume beer. Not sure whether it still qualifies as a Pilsner at 11%. Deep orange hue. I'm actually not seeing a lot of effervescence. I'm seeing kind of some big champagne-like bubbles floating up here and there. But not a ton of carbonation to it. The head seems to be fluffy. Not too well structured. This will probably break down pretty quick. Wow. Whew. I got malt and honey on the nose. And that was, that's about it. That's it. There's malt and there's honey. And you can tell there's some alcohol there. So something a little different about the OBP is that it's supposed to use orange blossom honey in it. It says that it's Florida's beer. It's got an interesting nose. It's reminiscent of a Midas Touch, reminiscent of, only lightly reminiscent of like a Theobroma. I'm trying to think what else I've had that this reminds me of. That nose is so familiar. The McCracken, which was a 10.8% alcohol by volume, was a Scottish ale that had been brewed with real honey. So really just a pretty sophisticated malt and honey nose. And as you can see, the head's already broke down just in me quaffing it a bit. Okay. So there's honey. Not a lot in the way of hops. The malt seems to pair rather effectively with the honey, but I would definitely say that honey is the featured showcase of this beer. It doesn't present too aggressive in terms of the alcohol. It seems to be pretty enjoyable. It's definitely interesting. It's definitely interesting. Scale of 1 to 10 kind of a thing. I might give it a 5. I don't know. I'm not super impressed with it. I would have expected a little more carbonation, even at this level. Also, additionally, finding some hops that can play to or contrast against that flavor of the honey, while a challenge, I think would be worth looking into. I can get almost no hops out of this whatsoever. So kind of a big malty beast, a bit on the sweet side, but definitely not bad. If you guys see it around, I'd give it a shot and see what you think. Definitely can't be bad for these hot days we got going. Till next time, guys, I hope you're enjoying it, doing what I'm doing. I will see you over our next pint here on the rounds. Have a good one, guys.